Hair relaxer litigation in a nutshell. I want to briefly talk to you about the current state of the MDL, the current state of the litigation, the current state of the science, a qualified case, and then what is the cost to obtain a qualified case. And let's start there. Let's start with what does it cost? And what I'm being told is it costs somewhere between $2,500 and $3,000 to obtain a qualified injury or qualified case in this litigation. And so then the next question is, Bill, well, what is a qualified case? And I would submit to you that it is a female plaintiff that's used the product for more than 4 years and that has been seen and then can articulate the fact that they use the product systemically. And what I mean by that is they're using the product more than 4 times per year, and they've used it for a long period of time. Because that is really what the science shows, is what the key is behind having the increased risk of, or the increased incident of these cancer types. And so ultimately, what is those cancer types? That would be uterine cancer, ovarian cancer, and also uterine fibroids if it results in a hysterectomy. And some people are even taking endometrial cancer. But really and truly, the top 2 cancers in this litigation would be uterine cancer and ovarian cancer. And then you have a plaintiff that can exhibit or they can articulate the fact that they've used this product for many years, and that in the use of the product within those years, they used it on multiple occasions each year. That's what the science shows, and that's what you really want your plaintiff to be able to articulate in this litigation. You and I both know, looking at this particular type of litigation, there's not a tremendous amount of science out there that speaks to the injuries that we're seeing in this litigation, but there is sound science. So they're not hundreds of studies, but the studies that we have really are solid and speak to the cancer types in this litigation. And they also speak to the higher incident rates being found in those plaintiffs that are able to articulate the fact that they've used it for many years, and each year they had multiple usage of these products. So much so that we're even seeing in other countries, they're actually banning these products. Why? Because it's the chemical makeup of these products that are causing these endocrine disruptors in your body. They disrupt the endocrine system and they produce these genotoxins. All of this combined has a negative reaction to the DNA and the cell makeup within our body that results in an environment that produces these type of cancer types. And so what we have is a product, a consumer product that's really not governed by the FDA. It doesn't really have an oversight or a governmental entity that's overseeing these products. And so you really don't have the transparency of understanding, okay, we know what some of the chemicals are in the product, but we don't know what all of the chemicals are. And it's what we don't know that could be just as harmful to us as what we do know about those chemicals and how they are having a negative impact on our body. And so with that being said, this is not your typical medical device case or pharmaceutical device case because you don't have the transparency. Some of these chemicals are considered trade secrets. It's going to take discovery to get to the bottom of what are these chemicals and what are they doing to our plaintiffs. But the end result is this. It's a solid science, solidly grounded science that I think will help this litigation. Going to actually what is happening in the MDL right now. Well, if you ask me, this MDL is moving quite quickly. It's been established in the Southern District of Illinois, great location. And then the judge has recently appointed the leadership to take on this matter within the MDL, which is critical because with the right leadership, great things can happen. And I say that because I'm someone who's watching the March Madness take place. And when I watch these athletes on the court, I see that when you have a group of great athletes, great things happen. And I'm looking right now at my home city of the University of Houston, and I'm thinking, man, these are some great athletes. I love these athletes. I love the leadership just as much that's in this leadership in this MDL. Great leadership will do great things for these plaintiffs. I'm looking forward to seeing where this MDL goes with the science that it has, with the plaintiffs that will make up this MDL. And I look forward to coming back to you in a not too distant future, talking more about what's going on in this MDL. But that's where we stand right now. Leadership's been appointed, and now we're in the process of starting those discovery motions and the next steps of getting the ability to file directly into the MDL, and to also just start producing understanding the science more, maybe having a science day here shortly, and then also having the plaintiffs and defendants work together to come up with a plaintiff fact sheet so that we can start understanding what's going on in the MDL. Thank you.